Hi, I'm Vikram Gour and you're watching MotorScribes.
Nexa is out with the all-new XL6, as they like to call it. It's more of a facelift though, because it's still built on the same hardtech platform as its predecessor. But having said that, the changes are rather substantial, and as a product, the XL6 has improved by leaps and bounds. Let's take a look at what the new XL6 is all about. From a design standpoint, the XL6 has been tweaked to carry a more premium feel and appeal, and it comes across in just about every little tweak that Maruti Suzuki has done to the XL6. So to start with, up front you've got this nice bold front grille which has this really strong chrome line running through it that extends into the headlights. The headlights themselves remain as those quad chamber lights, however they're running LEDs now. And as you move along the side, you can see a nice bold character line that sort of gives the XL6 a bit of a macho stance, and the cladding adds to that element as well. Even at the rear, they've done a great job in giving it these new tail lights that have this smoked out look, and you also get this chrome bar that runs across the back, which adds to the premiumness of this vehicle. It also gets a shark fin antenna, and the wheels have been upgraded from 15-inch to 16-inch wheels, and you get these new two-tone alloys that really bring out that overall look that the XL6 is all about. Adding to that is the new color, as you can see here on the screen. It is this new blue that they've added to the lineup, and it is a stunning color that again brings out the royalness that this vehicle is all about. The cabin carries a familiar look and feel. However, the materials used, everything that you find, the stuff to touch inside the cabin, it's all nice and premium. I think it's been sculpted really well. The dash looks great. That wooden insert that runs across the dash and into the doors again brings out that upmarket feel to the cabin. And an all-black look has always been elegant. It's a timeless sort of design touch, and the XL6 carries it really well. Speaking of which, the space is really well appointed. It's a 6-seater, so you do get really nice front seats, which now come with seat ventilation. So that's a great added touch for the front two passengers. The second row is the captain seats, which are very comfortable, nicely spaced out and well appointed. And the third row can actually fit in 2 adults as well. So overall, it's a nice spacious cabin. They've not tweaked with it too much, and they've kept the space and that element of luxury alive with the cabin. As far as features are concerned, the XL6 now gets the new SmartPlay Pro infotainment system, and paired with Suzuki Connect you get more than 40 connected features. It's also got Alexa built in, which gives it access to a whole bunch of additional commands. So from the convenience of your home, you could actually talk to your car and tell your XL6 to switch on the AC, set the temperature, turn on the hazard lights, and there's a slew of other commands that you can give it. And that is something that is rather cool, and I think it's also something that you need in today's day and age where everything is getting connected, and with Alexa bringing it together, it's a fine touch. Powering the XL6 is the 1.5 litre K-series engine. This is the newer variant of this engine, and it's been tweaked for further refinement as well as efficiency. So to start with the efficiency part of it, Maruti claims that the XL6 can deliver 20.6 or 20.7 kilometers to the liter. And I should add that when I was driving it around, I actually managed to get 20 kilometers to the liter. So it's a claim that's not too far off. and it can be done. You cruise down the highway at 80 kilometers an hour and you will hit 20 kilometers a liter, which is actually rather striking. But having said that, it's a nice powerful engine. You get about 103 PS of power, and it pulls decently. It's very silent. In fact, at idle you can barely tell that the engine is running, and it is paired with a 5-speed manual transmission for those who like their manual transmissions. But the big change over here is the automatic variant, where Maruti has finally done away with that 4-speed box that they had. So now it gets a 6-speed automatic transmission, and you also get paddle shifters on the steering wheel. And all of this adds to a level of convenience and drivability. So in my books, I actually enjoyed the automatic over the manual, and it does a fine job of being driven around town. And as far as comfort and convenience is concerned, it rides really well. The XL6 feels almost sedan-like to drive, and the ride quality is surprisingly smooth. So, it soaks up road undulations really well. It handles the bumps really well. The ground clearance is awesome. I took it on some broken roads, was on some really busted roads around the countryside of Bangalore. And over there, I was dealing with potholes, some massive speed breakers, and not once did I bottom out. And that really is something that you look forward to in having a vehicle that is going to ferry a lot of people around, and you don't want it sort of hitting the bottom every time you have to go through a bump. So all said and done, it handles well. The steering wheel feels great. It firms up at higher speeds. So you get all of those elements to it, and as a package it comes together as a very well appointed machine that you enjoy driving, and you know it will do the job of ferrying you and your family around in comfort. Now, safety has always been a big talking point when it comes to Maruti Suzuki products, and I think they're taking it rather seriously now, because the XL6, despite which variant you go for, it comes with 4 airbags as standard, and you also get hill hold, you get ABS, EBD, and all those other little acronyms that we like to list down when we talk about safety. They're all there, and the platform itself is really well known to be something that's built for the Indian market in terms of crashworthiness and everything. And I think that when it comes around to doing a crash test on the XL6, you will be surprised to see that the numbers will be higher, and people will start talking about Maruti Suzuki and their products in a different light. So with the XL6, what do you get as a complete package? It is a stylish vehicle, it's a practical vehicle, it's an efficient vehicle, and now it's a rather feature-rich vehicle as well. I think Maruti's done a fantastic job in appointing it just right, giving it smart connected features, and the icing on the cake is the pricing. At this price point, I think Maruti has a winner on their hands, and if the predecessor was selling about 3,500 units a month, this one is going to do a lot.